Hello, welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to see how to work with powers in Microsoft Excel. Let's start. Well, so this is my new sheet. I have created a new sheet. So I have written my heading here, powers. I'm here, powers, and Microsoft Excel. When I say powers, it means squares, cubic, to the power of 4, 5, up to the number of degrees that you want. So now let me make some numbers here, numbers. So I will make it 1, 2, maybe up to 10. Now you may write 3, 4, 5 up to 10, but once you have written 1 up to 2, you can select these two and then go to, let me make it larger here. Then when you come around this corner, your cursor changes into a kind of a plus sign. Okay, so when I get this, I can easily drag it up to the place that I want. Okay, now this 9, let me make it 10. So now I have this much number of cells here. Okay, now I will show you 3 methods to deal with powers in Microsoft Excel. So let me write method 1 here. Method 1. So in method 1, it is a primitive method. So it is simply, for example, if you are dealing with square or cubic, it means the number times itself once or twice or 3 times. For example, if you are dealing with squares, okay, square, it means this number times itself twice, right? So is equal to this times this. Again here equals this times itself, right? So you give it gives me this. I can drag this formula up to the end simply, then the formula will be dragged together. So 10 square is equal to 100, 9 square is equal to 81. So this is simply a primitive way of calculating the square of a number. Now let's go to method 2. In method 2, it is kind of better one. Okay, it's a better one. Now here I will write equals, then you have to write this function power. You get it here, double click on this one, then it opens for you a parenthesis, then it says to you enter the number here. Okay, enter the number here. Let me magnify it a little bit. Now here equals power, whenever, then let me enter this number. Now it says comma, then it asks you the power that you want. Is it 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, now for this let me make it 2 and open and close the parentheses. Now I have this. Now let me drag the formula up to the end. So simply I will get the result similar to the previous one. Now let's go to method 3. In method 3, we will say equals, then I will click on the number that I want. This is my number. Then I will write to the power of. This is the symbol that we have to use when we are dealing with powers. Okay, let me again magnify it here. Equals this number to the power of, if you are using Windows, it is Shift plus 6 on the keyboard. So to the power of 2, the number that you want. If it is 3, you will enter 3, 4, 5, whatever you want. Then enter. Now let me return back to my original scale. Now if I drag this, I will get the same result like this one and this one. Now which method is easy for you to use? If you are using this method may be okay for squares and maybe cubics, but whenever the degree of or the power increases, maybe 5, 6, 10, 100, these two methods will be applicable. This one will be highly tedious and very difficult for you. So let me add one additional example. This is all for squares, so I can select these three and merge them together so that this square is at the top of the 3 meters. Again, in the same way, let me copy this. Maybe let me use to the power of 4, so let me merge this one, power of 4. Okay, now in method 1 I will have to multiply this number by itself 3 times, and which is so tedious. So let me say this equals this times itself times itself times itself, so that's 4 times. Now if I double click, you can either drag it like this, the formula, or you can simply go to this corner and double click, then it will automatically go to where the other numbers have stopped. Okay, so it will continue where this one has stopped. So this one has stopped here, and it will immediately stop here. So 10 to the power of 4 equals this 10,000. Now in method 2 we will write equals, then power PO, then this function immediately pops up, then I click double click. Now I will enter the number that I want, it is this number, then it says to me comma, then enter the power is 4, so I will enter 4. Now if I say enter, now again if I double click on this corner, it will immediately give me the same result as this one. And the last method, which is the one that I mostly use, equals this to the power of 4. Done. Okay, now let me drag the formula for all, and you have this same thing. Please write for me the method that you have liked. Is it method 2 or method 3? Thank you for watching. See you next time.